Company creates its manliest soap that looks exactly like a bunch of nuts and bolts. This is pretty cool. I like this. So apparently in Sweden, male restrooms cost
I
money.
think he's singing.
Ones don't.
Oh my god, he is!
I prefer less makeup. Okay, so wear less makeup. What the hell does that have to do with me? Alright, we really need to draw the line at gendering. The perfect toddler play set for girls. So boys don't deserve organized eating? Yes, they don't. Wanna be a girl group so bad. You are men with pee and balls. This is shapes and colors. Gendered. The baby change station. For the women's room. If you're a guy looking after your kid, what then do you do? Company creates its manliest soap that looks exactly like a bunch of nuts and bolts. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I like this. So apparently in Sweden, male restrooms cost money. Male ones don't. Why is that? Boys like, I prefer less makeup.
Yes! And I'm good at it!
Video, but it did just start raining. But you guys already know I'm not gonna let that suck. What's that happen if your legs snap? Oh, that's right there. And then here. I got a good feeling though.
You've been hit by a chicken.
No! Defense! Point up! I didn't make it. You did. At least now. Got that my last try. Come on. I can do it. One. Three. I'm really excited for this video, but it did just start raining. But you guys already let that suck. I'm really excited for this video, but it did just start raining. But you guys already know I'm not gonna let that suck. Oh. What's that happen if you're let?
No one has ever passed the viral depression test without crying. Can you? If you pass without crying, you are the chosen one. Swipe left to find the full depression test. Fuck.
Motherfucker.
How's it going, Google Bunkers? Yeah, 75 degrees in here right now.
Diamonds will fly.
This is Philip Ziva. He is a TikTok personality who probably makes fact videos. These videos can be everything from actual facts to widely disproving conspiracy theories and misinformation. This spring, I made 2 videos on Philip Ziva. In them, I went through his entire TikTok account. I found all of the pseudo-archaeology and pseudo-history conspiracies I could, and debunked almost every one of them. I have actually seen these videos. They did pretty well. Thing to have on in the background while you clean your room. Instead of just dunking on 3.5 hours, I decided to use it as a call to action to Philip himself. If you won't, then you should check him out. In the background while you clean your room. Instead of just dunking on Philip for 3.5 hours, I decided to use these videos as a call to action to Philip himself. What do you want, little dog?
Jeez.
There you go. Oh, leave? You can leave. Oh, you don't have thumbs. You can't leave. In this call to action, I told Philip to use his channel. Thanks. I
Live off one. What here? Just can no one hear things?
Philip Ziva. As a reminder, here's a list of Philip's topics that I debunked in those 2 videos.
Same allegedly fictitious entity where he builds independent reactions and all having identical structures that follow the similar steps. Even ancient maps painted satellite footage shows the pyramid buried in the south. Every character pyramid. Ancient big built small needle. The Giza and the giants on all pyramids that was powered, giant steps in the bars house, Easter Island, and the doll and like giant knife, Madagascar, discovered squadron flying they're surrounded by just giant creatures around a shivering ring of the city surrounded by tiny disc-shaped objects.
Personally, I do recommend if you have the time to watch one of these videos again, or at least a bit, give you a refresher on what we're expecting Philip to respond to. But you may be wondering, how did Philip make a 20-plus minute response video to this? After all, I used extensive evidence and sources to debunk the things he was saying. Did he do more research to refute my claims? Did he publish a paper? No. No, of course not. His response video barely talks about archaeology at all. In fact, he barely responds to almost anything that I said in these 2 videos. Instead, the entire response is a character defense, which is not entirely surprising, but it is kind of disappointing. Instead of refuting any of my evidence, he just brings up a bunch of talking points that I see used by the alternative facts crowd all the time. Everything from I'm entitled to my opinion to whining about cancel culture. Yeah, I know. Are you guys excited? This is gonna just be fucking awesome. Now, I am all too aware that facts don't actually change the minds of the do-your-own-research crowd, so after being fact-checked, they will typically respond with an appeal to emotion, either by lashing out or becoming highly defensive. In the case of Philip Ziva, it's the latter. The silver lining here is that I now get a reason to talk about a bunch of anti-intellectual talking points that I see used all the time, but have never really had a platform to talk about to my broad audience. And I hope that by watching this video, I can put some tools in your toolbox to know how to handle them when you see them moving forward. Secondly, I want to remind everyone of something. I mentioned this in my videos on him, and I'm going to say it again. My videos are not grounds to give Philip any hate. You're welcome to give feedback, respond to things he actually says in videos. You are not my attack dogs. I say this because on Philip Ziva's response video, there were some pretty nasty comments from my fans. There were a lot of really good ones responding to actual things he said in the video, but I want to condemn the people who thought that that was an excuse for them to go and harass him. So again, I know that 99% of you are mature enough to know this, but I feel the need to say it out loud so there is no confusion. Also, in this video, I had to chop and rearrange Philip's video in order to be able to fit it in this already enormous time span. I did everything in my power to not strawman him, but obviously I had to cut some stuff out. If you want to watch my first reaction to this video and a lot more of Philip's points in order, you can check out my first reaction, which is on my second channel, which is up now, link in the description. And lastly, we hit 2 million subscribers. I was trying to think of what I wanted to do for a special, and I think I'm gonna do a Q&A. I haven't done a Q&A in a while. I think it could be kind of fun. Opportunity for you to ask me anything. Stuff about work, stuff about my life, stuff about me, you know, stuff about me. There's a Google form linked in the description of this video where you can submit your answers, and who knows, maybe I'll talk about them in my 2 million subscriber special. All right, guys, I'm gonna let Philip back in. Hey, Philip, welcome back. Firstly, Philip, I want to thank you for your response. Getting a video like this made about you is not easy, and in the grand scheme of things, I think you took it like a champ. Despite the fact that I tried to lean into constructive criticism towards the end, I'm not all that surprised you took a defensive position. For all, good intention or not, I did kind of come after you. In my first couple of videos to you, I talked about the idea of a caricature, how creators will adopt a hyperbolic version of their personality that they use in front of the camera, which is why throughout the video, I tried to make a distinction between your caricature and you as a person. Now, in this video, I feel like you actually dropped your caricature a little bit, and I feel like I'm talking to you as a person. Because of that, I also want to try and drop my caricature for this video in an effort to actually have a productive dialogue here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the heat down, maybe even open a beer, and we're going to move to a little bit more of a comfortable setting. Oh, man. You know, Philip, since we're just sitting here, me and you, the boys, if you will, I thought we could maybe, I could extend a little branch to entice you to actually stay through this video. If there was one major takeaway I had from watching your response, it was that I was actually right in my video by speculating that you lived in Canada.
Firstly, I live in Canada.
Yeah, he does live in Canada! So today, in your honor, Philip, I'm going to be drinking this Moosehead Canadian Lager. I was thinking